Okay, this is a follow-up or a part 2 of my other video where I reviewed this Security Cam 2000 vehicle DVR, and it's a model S028. Now, as you saw in my previous video, this is capable of doing D1 resolution. Well, what I want to do is show you some flight video, because I didn't have any flight video in the review, and so I promised I'd do that, and so here we go. I'm going to do that. But what I want to do is compare it to my previous DVR, which was this Viewpoint model here. Now, this did not have as high a resolution. I believe it's below 640 by 480, maybe 576 or something like that. So it doesn't have as high a resolution. It was cutting the sides of the screen off where I couldn't see all my numbers from my OSD. This one, the new one, has the ability to show the entire screen, and so that's one thing that's different about it. But I just want to have you take a look at the footage and see how they compare as far as video quality and whatnot. But I will have this one set on D1, so it's going to be a higher resolution, and it's also going to be 30 frames a second. I'm really not sure what this one was as far as frames per second. It might have been 30, I believe it was, but it could have been 25. Now the video is going to be coming out of the receiver right here from the Quadcopter, going through this Pile video distributor, and then out to the DVR, and then to the monitor. So here is the aerial footage, and you'll see the DVR on the left is the new DVR, the one from Security Camera 2000, and it's got the D1 resolution with 30 frames a second. The one on the right is the older Viewpoint DVR that's no longer available, but you can see with the new one that it covers more of the screen. If you look at the one on the right, the old one, you can see where it's chopped off some of the characters on the left and right of my OSD. Some of those characters aren't showing up. It's just not wide enough. You look at the new one with the D1 resolution, it is wide enough. You can see all of the characters. In fact, there's a little space around them. So it's not only wider, but it's a little taller too. Now I'm using kind of a poor antenna match, and that's kind of on purpose because I just wanted to get a lot of static and stuff and video dropouts to see if the new DVR could handle it without going to blue screen on my monitor. Seems like it did handle it. I didn't have much problem with it. You can see that the colors vary because I am losing signal and the camera is trying to readjust. Now the equipment on these two videos is the same. It's the same quadcopter with the same camera. It's a PZ0420 board camera, and it's got like 640 by 480 resolution. So it's the same equipment. Transmitter, receivers, everything are the same. I'm running 1280 megahertz video feed on both of them. Same ground station. The only thing different is the DVRs. So this should be a pretty good comparison between the two, but of course I know you're probably not interested in comparing the Viewpoint DVR because it is old. It's old technology. No one's going to buy one of those. But it's the only other DVR I've got, so I can't compare it to any of the others. I wish I could compare it to like the Hobby King or the Foxtech or one of the others that has D1, but I just don't have that equipment. So this is what I got. If you have a DVR already, maybe you can just compare your footage to my footage. So now these are actually two different locations. You might have noticed that. So, but they're both fairly sunny days, about the same time of day. Now I think you saw from the flight footage that both of these DVRs have the ability to stop the blue screen of death on the monitor when you get loss of video signal. So they both have that feature. I also like the fact that they both use the large size SD cards like this, which is something I enjoy. But unfortunately the Viewpoint model over here is no longer available. You can't buy it anymore. So if you want to get something else, it's probably going to have to be like the Hobby King DVR or perhaps the Foxtech DVO2 or many of the other ones that have D1 video. So that's my follow-up. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment under the video and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.